But we digress. We've got other dangerous stuff to talk about, or potentially dangerous stuff to talk about as we head through this evening that could affect any of us.
Yeah, we're on cap watch, waiting for the cap to break in portions of North Texas. Any storms that do form today have a good chance of being severe. Still primarily concerned with a large hail threat, a strong wind threat. But that tornado, I mean, it's May. I mean, that tornado threat's not completely zero, so that's why we have a tornado watch in place. Just can't rule out, maybe one or two storms puts out a tornado. But my main concern continues to be that hail and strong wind threat. But there you go, tornado watch in place for DFW to the south, to the east, and to the northeast. All this runs until 10 o'clock this evening. It's ahead of a dry line and a cold front. If you're behind the dry line, you're behind the cold front. No severe weather for you, but look at the warm temperatures out ahead of it. 91 in McKinney, 93 in Denton, 93 in Fort Worth, 91 in Dallas. Officially, DFW hit 95 degrees this afternoon, tied a record, and is the warmest day of the year so far. But of course, it's not just the heat, it's the humidity. If you've stepped outside at all, look at this. It is just plain gross. I will say our first really nasty, gross day of the year. 100 is the heat index in McKinney. It feels like 102 in Dallas, feels like 103 in Waxahachie, feels like 106 in Hillsboro. I'm not ready to be talking about the heat index, but here we are. Of course, it'll be something that will carry with us through the rest of the spring, especially through the summer months. All is quiet at the moment. You see the little puffy cumulus clouds out there. None of those have developed enough to break the cap, but that's what we'll be watching over the next several hours here, and it looks like that may happen, especially northeast of the DFW area, sometime between about 5, 6, 7 o'clock this evening, and then a couple storms may try and form back into the Dallas-Fort Worth area 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock tonight before all this activity moves off to the east into the southeast late tonight and into the early morning hours tomorrow. So storms not guaranteed for everybody, severe weather not guaranteed for everybody. We may only have a handful of storms out there between now and about 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock before there might be a little bit more activity over in East Texas. So not everybody in tornado watch is going to see storms or severe weather, but it's just one of those days we need to stay weather aware between basically now, but maybe a narrow window for DFW, 7 to 10 o'clock, give or take an hour or so. Main concerns continue to be up to tennis ball size hail, strong wind gusts, 60, maybe up to 70 miles an hour, and that tornado threat, not zero. It's on the lower end of the scale compared to the hail and wind threat, but it's not zero, as I mentioned, and not everybody will see storms, and the better chances may be across kind of the eastern half of the DFW area compared to the western half. Like if you live in out at like the Eagle Mountain Lake area, I think your storm chances are definitely lower than, say, if you live in Rockwall. Not guaranteeing storms in either one of those locations. I'm just using you as an example. Tomorrow, we'll do it all over again. We'll start off the day quiet, but then we'll see some storms develop, some scattered thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. They may form a little bit earlier than today because there's 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock around of storms out there, 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. And then into tomorrow night, we'll quiet down. It's a 3 on a scale of 5 for severe weather threat tomorrow. We'll probably have some sort of severe thunderstorm watch in place during the afternoon tomorrow. The tornado threat tomorrow does look pretty darn low. Not concerned with that, but I am concerned with potentially up to baseball size hail and some very strong wind gusts again during the day tomorrow. Then we have more rain chances as we head through the weekend. Unfortunately, it looks like there might be a little rain around for your Mother's Day and into the following week. I don't have severe weather with that round, but we'll keep an eye on it. It is May, of course. But it does look like more rain headed our way between now and next Tuesday, potentially an inch or two across most of the area with little higher totals there to the southeast. So we might have to start talking about a flooding threat again for portions of North Texas sometime into early next week. In the meantime, tonight, some scattered thunderstorms with that hail and wind threat, but by tomorrow morning, no rain in the forecast. In fact, by midnight, all of North Texas will be dry. And then we'll do some storms tomorrow afternoon, just like today. Anywhere from around, we'll say 1 to tomorrow evening might be more like 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock versus kind of the later evening hours like we're going to see tonight. It might be more so during the afternoon tomorrow. Then we're dry and actually we cool off for a couple of days. Friday and Saturday, your mornings will be comfy as we head through your Mother's Day weekend. But as we talked about, there could be a little rain around for your Mother's Day and into the following week as we warm back up. And after those 70s through this Mother's Day weekend, it may be a while before we have highs in the 70s again. As you can see, 80s make a return and looking to be sticking around.